Good evening. I would like to welcome. Good evening. I'd like to welcome everyone to the March 23rd Council meeting of the City of Mayfield Heights. May I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Brunello.
Here.
Mr. Buffa.
Here.
Ms. Finney Brown. Mr. Medic.
Here.
Mr. Minor. Ms. Talbin.
Here.
Mr. Teller.
Here.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Next is the approval of the minutes from our March 9th, 2026 council meeting. I hope everyone has had a chance to read over these minutes. Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
Moved.
Moved by Mr. Brunello, second by Mr. Teller.
I had one change on there. I read it over, and on the one where we went into executive session the first time, my name was not included in the minutes. And I voted yes on that. So I
Okay,
just wanna make
we'll
a
include
correction.
that. Maggie, do you have that?
Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any additional suggested changes, amendments, or deletions to those minutes? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. These minutes have been approved with the comment from Mr. Teller. Next on the agenda are correspondence and announcements. Does any member of council have any correspondence or announcements? Next are the reports of officers, starting with the mayor.
Thank you. Good evening. The police department had their first ever police foundation on Saturday night. It was a huge success. A great night was had by all. Thank you to the Parks and Recreation staff and all the police department families that organized the event, and a huge thank you to all the sponsors. A special shout out to Donovan Paquette, Doug Woods, and Matt Michelet for organizing the event. The Beautification Committee met last week, and I'm happy to say that we have some new members who are excited to get involved. Our first date for a community-wide cleanup is scheduled for Saturday, May 2nd, with a rain date of May 9th. During this event, we will focus on areas throughout the city that need attention due to litter and debris. If we had strong participation, we may explore creating an Adopt a Street program for groups interested in ongoing involvement. Anyone interested in joining the committee should contact the mayor's office at 440-442-2740. And I attended a new mayor's training seminar in Columbus this past Friday. The all-day seminar provided me with essential information on governance, finance, and ethics, while also networking with other fellow mayors across Ohio. I received great information that I can further share with as my term continues. And we are happy to report that the city was awarded a NOPEC Energy Grant in the amount of $47,909 for the 2026 year, and I will be teaming up with the Service Department to see where these funds are most needed. And I believe that concludes my report.
Thank you, Mayor. Moving on to Law Director, Mr. LaGrasso.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have no report tonight.
Thank you. Director of Finance, Ms. Scully.
Thank you, Mr. President. Based on tonight's agenda, depending on the outcome of two pieces of legislation, there will be a budget adjustment proposed in April. The first one is for Resolution 2026-19 regarding the roof repair for the collapse that happened. We will be receiving insurance proceeds to cover the repair, but we will need to increase our budget so we can make the payment for those. And then we also had another reimbursement going through insurance for our generator transfer switch. We're in the process of getting that repaired, and we will also be bringing that forward for a budget adjustment as well. And then, as the mayor mentioned, there's actually going to be quite a few things on that adjustment. The NOPEC grant, we didn't know about it before year end, so we'll bring that forth. Those will all be offset by revenue, so it'll be a wash, revenue and expense. And then the last one is for ordinance 2026-07, the law director and assistant law director wages. It'll be a required adjustment to move it between categories. So we're keeping the overall law department budget the same. We're just moving it from the other category up until personal services. And then the last thing I wanted to note on your ordinance tonight, there was a few clerical updates that were made on the ordinances that came from the Legislative Committee. Ordinances 2026-04, 05, and 06. They were originally introduced just by council members Kathy Talbin and Joe Brunello. We introduced by the Legislative Committee, and then council member names to clarify that it went through the Legislative Committee first. And then there was also the emergency section on two of those, 04. It still referenced the law director change, so we just removed that and made it clear that it was just for the fire department. And then on 05, the fire department one, it was missing that the required 5-vote piece of that language. So they were just small clerical errors. It didn't change the overall concept of the ordinance, but they will be updated on the final printed version.
Thank you, Ms. Scully. Moving on to department directors. Are there any department heads that have a report or comment? Can you hit the button? Thank you, Mr. Fatiga.
Good evening, Council. Tony Fatiga, Service Director. I just want to let you guys know, we had a bad winter, everybody knows that, and people weren't allowed to put their leaves out. So we did lap the city when it got nice and the snow melted, but if you guys get calls, in April, we're going to send a truck out to pick what they could get out of their yards and all that. Then we're going to be starting spring cleanup around City Hall, mulching, and then we'll get ready for flowers sometime in May for Memorial Day. And then if you get any calls on repairs of us damaging like their property and all that, we will repair it as soon as we could get topsoil. And that's basically it. And this will be on social media, so we can let them know. I'll tell Tammy about it. And we are on Mayfield Road taking care of it with the coal patch. I know it's bad. It's just, the road is shot and we're trying to keep up with it. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Fatiga. Are there any other department directors or heads? Yes. Chief Elliott.
Good evening. I just wanted to make sure that you guys all got the annual report from the fire department. I put it in your mailboxes last week, but I was on vacation, so I just wanted to make sure you got that. And I also wanted to let you know that I gave it to Tammy to update a website, so the residents could also see our annual report. If they just go to the fire department tab, annual report section, the 2025 annual report will be on there for anybody to see. Thank you.
Thanks, Chief. Mr. Thomas?
Good evening, Council. Tonight on your agenda is Resolution 2026-19. That is, Dana briefly mentioned it during her report. That is a resolution to allow the spending of the money to fix the roof in the building department. I have contractors ready to go and start tomorrow, assuming that everybody is on board with it, so I would appreciate your support. I would love to get my kitchen back. It's been quite a mess. Also tonight during the public comments section, Greg Summers is here with Summers Development. They're the Parkland Townhomes project. They need to do a request for a rezoning of the property. This is just a procedural thing that's in our codifieds. Essentially, he's going to come up and ask to rezone it from a U7 to a U2A. You just have to refer it to Planning Commission, and they'll take it from there. So I don't think there's any voting necessary for it. Just a referral to Planning Commission has to be made tonight. Okay?
Thank you, Mr. Thomas. Next on our agenda are reports of committees, commissions, and boards. Are there any reports from committees or chairpersons, starting with the Building Committee? Mr. Buffa.
No report.
Thank you. Moving on to Finance and Audit, Mr. Brunello.
No report.
Thank you. Moving to Legislative Committee, Ms. Talbin.
The Legislative Committee met on March 12th, and we had 3 ordinances. 2 were related to fire. They are on here, so you've got 2026-04 and 2026-05, and both of those have to do with increasing of fees. for permits, and also eliminating things we don't do. And also the lockbox is going up to $50. And I really want to encourage residents to consider getting a lockbox because it allows you to actually put in your personal key in a lockbox that only the fire department has. So if they do a wellness check or there's something on and you can't get to the door, they can get in without breaking down your door. So it's something I'd like you to just think about because I found that to be a very interesting and worthwhile benefit. And I got one, so I just wanted to make sure everybody knows about it. The other ordinance is a police ordinance, 2026-06. It's to update section 55905, duty to keep sidewalks clean, snow removal, and obstruction. And the intent was not to change the scope of this ordinance, it was to clarify the language in the ordinance. It covers some commercial and some residential. I know there's interest from some residents and questions about mandating people actually cleaning their sidewalks. This ordinance does not do that. This is going to be on first reading. So this ordinance is going to have 3 readings. So it allows us to get any more input from residents or whatever to decide if we want to do anything else. But right now, it's really just to clean up the language. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Ms. Talbot. Moving on to Public Works and Service Committee, Mr. Minor is on vacation, but we did not meet or have a meeting, so there is no report. Moving to Recreation and Parks Committee, Mr. Teller.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Recreation Department sold out of day camp in record time this year. Registration opened on Sunday, March 8th, and camp went to a waiting list on Thursday, March 12th. It's not too early to start thinking about summer and getting this year's Aquatic Center pool membership. Stop by the Aquatic Center with your documents and get yours today. For more information, call the Parks and Rec Department at 440-442-2627 or refer to your activity and living guide for details on the Aquatic Center and more programs happening now. This coming Saturday, March 28th, there's an annual Breakfast with the Bunny at 9 a.m. You have a good breakfast, take a photo with the bunny, and kids will get to hunt for Easter eggs. Limited tickets are still available, but call today to reserve your tickets as we do not take same-day walk-ins and registration. Also, the Parks and Rec Commission will be meeting tomorrow. This is a new time. It's going to be 6:30 on March 24th at the Aquatic Center. Thank you, sir. That's my report.
Thank you, Mr. Teller. Moving on to Safety and Transportation Committee, Ms. Telvin.
The committee did not meet, so there's no report.
Thank you. Moving on to Board of Zoning Appeals, Mr. Bonello.
We did not have any applicants in March, so therefore we did not meet.
Thank you. And finally, Planning Commission, we did not meet last Monday. There were no applicants, so we did not meet, and I do not have a report. Moving on to comments from the public, we will now proceed with the public portion of the meeting. Pursuant to City Code, each person will be allowed 5 minutes to speak, with a maximum of 30 minutes allotted for the entire public portion. If you are here in connection with an agenda item, this is your opportunity to address council. However, please do not take this as an opportunity for debate. This is not the opportunity for debate or slighted comments. If you'd like to be heard this evening, please fill out the form at the public entrance. During the public portion, I will call each person wishing to speak to the podium. Please state your name, address for the record, and speak clearly into the microphone. It is now 7:14, and I will open the public portion. First person on the list is Scott Halloran.
Good evening. My name is Scott Halloran. My address is 13599 County Line Road in Chagrin Falls, Ohio. Over the last 2 years, I've made fairly regular visits to Mayfield Heights City Council. At my last visit, I spoke briefly about a change in the Ohio law that would make the vast majority of the hemp and cannabis products being sold in Ohio illegal. As of last Friday, March 20th, that law is now in effect. As of last Friday, there were at least 7 outlets in Mayfield Heights selling those products. After discussions with various police departments, as well as the Lake County Drug Task Force, Cities are choosing to enforce this new law in three different ways: the nice approach, the measured approach, and the guns blazing approach. Some are walking in, examining the inventory, and then advising the retailers to dispose of that product. That's the nice approach. The measured approach is they're going in and they're actually confiscating the inventory because it is now, in fact, illegal drugs. The third approach is what we're seeing a little bit more of, what they did at 306 and Washington out in Bainbridge. They're visiting the business, they're confiscating all the products and all the cash, and they're boarding up the business while the prosecutor files charges. This is, of course, the guns blazing approach. Regardless of which you choose, my hope is that Mayfield Heights will take steps to enforce this law. Secondarily, I remain committed to working with Mayfield Heights to open a state-regulated cannabis dispensary in the city. Not only did the voters of Mayfield Heights overwhelmingly support Issue 2, there are thousands of Mayfield Heights residents that are currently shopping at state-regulated dispensaries, and there are hundreds of thousands of dollars a year in tax revenue at stake for this city. At the appropriate time, I would love the opportunity to share the following for further consideration: our real estate studies, the physical plans and renderings that we've done, the revenue and tax projections, a history of our community involvement, our support of local law enforcement, and our corporate philanthropy initiatives that have put hundreds of thousands of dollars into local organizations. Any other information that you're looking for, we will certainly be happy to provide. I appreciate your time tonight and look forward to a further discussion. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Halloran. Next, I'd like to call up Aaron Milroy.
Hello, happy spring. My name's Erin.
Can you hit the button there?
I'm new to this, I'm sorry. Happy spring. My name is Erin Milroy. I live at 1226 Belrose Road. I am not as put together as everybody else here. I'm new to school. I just wanted to talk about the electrical outages that have been happening over Mayfield. We know that, well, what I'm noticing is certain areas are getting hit for longer durations than others. I already talked to our mayor about it, who got back to me right away. I appreciate it. I've lived here for over a decade. Around 2020, I started tallying what was going on in my house. Every year since 2020, I've lost power for 2 days or more, except for 2025. But 2026, I lost 5 days, kind of made up for it. Across the street, my neighbor's been there for 8 years. I'm on Belrose, he's on the west side, I'm on the east side. He has only lost power once in 8 years. So I know the mayor is going to be talking to the electrical rep and hopefully coming down with some answers to this and maybe some way to solve how certain areas are getting hit more than others. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Aaron. Next, I'd like to call up Greg Summers.
Good evening, Greg Summers. I would like to respectfully request to petition the rezoning to Plan Commission this evening for the Parkland Townhome development. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Summers. We will now close the public portion. It is now 7:19. Moving on to resolutions. Is there a motion to suspend the rules on resolutions 2026-16, -17, -18, -19, and ordinances 2026-03, 04, 05, 06, 07? Ms. Telben, you mentioned one that was going to go to a second reading, so we'll need to scratch that. Or are we good on the numbers I just gave you?
Well, it's 06 and it's 2026-06 does not have an emergency declaration on it, so that means it goes to first reading.
Okay, thank you. A roll call, so can I have a motion to suspend the rules?
Move.
Moved by Mr. Teller,
Second.
second by Mr. Bonillo. Roll call on the motion to suspend.
Mr. Brunello?
Yes.
Mr. Buffa?
Yes.
Ms. Talbin?
Yes.
Mr. Teller?
Yes.
Mr. Medic?
Yes. Moving on to resolutions. Resolution number 2026-16, Mr. LaGrasso.
Thank you, Mr. President. A resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with a vendor for purposes of renewing the Microsoft 365 licensing agreement for the city and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to approve?
Moved.
Moved by Mr. Brunello,
Second.
second by Mr. Teller. So the city of Mayfield Heights has previously entered into an agreement with Carasoft to address the city's need for Microsoft 365 licensing and email services, and the city needs to renew its Microsoft 365 licensing to continue its operations. Are there any additional questions? Roll call on the motion to approve.
Mr. Buffa?
Yes.
Ms. Talbin?
Yes.
Mr. Teller?
Yes.
Mr. Brunello?
Yes.
Mr. Medic?
Yes. This motion is carried. Moving on to Resolution 2026-17, Mr. LaGrasso.
A resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a purchase agreement with Judco Truck Equipment Incorporated for the purchase of a dump body and accessories for the service department in an amount not to exceed $83,355.00 and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to approve?
Move.
Moved by Mr. Teller. Second by Mr. Buffa. The service director of the city of Mayfield Heights has notified the mayor for the need of a purchase of a dump body and its accessories for the city service department as the current body is at the end of its useful life to the department. Mr. Brunello, is there anything you'd like to add? All right, no questions. Roll call on the motion to approve.
Ms. Talbin?
Yes.
Mr. Teller?
Yes.
Mr. Brunello?
Yes.
Mr. Buffa?
Yes.
Mr. Medic?
Yes. This motion is carried. Moving on to Resolution 2026-18, Mr. LaGrasso.
A resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a purchase agreement with Cleveland Freightliner Incorporated for the purchase of a Freightliner 108 SD plus cab and chassis for the service department in amount not to exceed $132,368.00 and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to approve?
Moved.
Moved by Mr. Brunello,
Second.
second by Ms. Talbin. So this is the second part of this. So the service director, City of Mayfield Heights, has notified the mayor for the need of a purchase of a Freightliner 108 SD plus cab and chassis for the city service department. Are there any questions? Roll call on the motion to approve.
Mr. Teller? Yes. Mr. Brunello?
Yes.
Mr. Buffa?
Yes.
Ms. Talbin?
Yes.
Mr. Medic?
Yes, this resolution is now adopted. Moving on to resolution number 2026-19, Mr. LaGrasso.
A resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with Monarch Construction Incorporated for the repair of the roof in the building department in an amount not to exceed $63,105 and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to approve?
Move.
Moved by Mr. Teller,
Second.
second by Mr. Buffa. So Mr. Thomas has spoke to this one this evening. So there was a partial roof collapse in the city's building department in the break room due to a roof leak and heavy snow causing damage. Are there any questions? Roll call on the motion to approve.
Mr. Brunello?
Yes.
Mr. Buffa?
Yes.
Ms. Talbin?
Yes.
Mr. Teller?
Yes.
Mr. Medic?
Yes, this resolution is now adopted. Moving on to ordinances. Ordinance number 2026-03, Mr. LaGrasso.
An ordinance amending Section 13304 of the codified ordinances of the city titled Assistant Directors of Law and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to approve?
Moved.
Moved by Mr. Brunello,
Second.
second by Ms. Talbin. Are there any questions? Roll call on the motion to approve.
Mr. Brunello,
Yes.
Mr. Buffa,
Yes.
Ms. Talbin,
Yes.
Mr. Teller,
Yes.
Mr. Medic.
Yes. This ordinance is now adopted. Moving on to ordinance number 2026-04, Mr. LaGrasso.
An ordinance amending section 1511.20 of the codified ordinances of the city titled Permits and License Fees and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to approve?
Move.
Moved by Mr. Teller,
Second.
second by Mr. Buffa. Are there any questions on this ordinance? Roll call on the motion to approve.
Mr. Buffa,
Yes.
Ms. Talbin,
Yes.
Mr. Teller,
Yes.
Mr. Brunello,
Yes.
Mr. Medic.
Yes, this ordinance is now adopted. Moving on to ordinance number 2026-05, Mr. LaGrasso.
An ordinance amending section 1511.21 of the codified ordinances of the city titled Key Box Requirements to increase the lockbox fee and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to approve?
Moved.
Moved by Mr. Brunello,
Second.
second by Mr. Teller. Are there any questions? Roll call on the motion to approve.
Ms. Talbin,
Yes.
Mr. Teller,
Yes.
Mr. Brunello,
Yes.
Mr. Buffa,
Yes.
Mr. Medic.
Yes, this ordinance is now adopted. Moving on to ordinance number 2026, Mr. LaGrasso.
An ordinance amending section 559.05 of the codified ordinances of the city titled Duty to Keep Sidewalks Clean, Snow Removal, Site Obstructions. Apparently first reading.
Is there a motion to approve for first reading?
Moved.
Don't have to do it? Okay.
Second.
No, you don't need.
We don't need to vote on it since it's going to first reading.
Okay.
Just goes to first reading.
Yeah. Okay.
Moving on to ordinance number 2026-07, Mr. LaGrasso.
An ordinance amending the original ordinance 2024-21, providing for the organization of certain administrative departments and fixing the salaries and other benefits of certain officers and employees therein, previously amended by ordinance 2025-13, and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to approve?
Moved.
Moved by Mr. Brunello,
Second.
second by Mr. Teller. The amendment is to address the change in structure of our law department and setting the wages of the law director and assistant law director and setting the hourly billable rates for both. Are there any questions? Roll call on the motion to approve.
Mr. Teller,
Yes.
Mr. Brunello,
Yes.
Mr. Buffa,
Yes.
Ms. Talbin,
Yes.
Mr. Medic.
Yes, this ordinance is now adopted. Moving on to motions. Motion A, Mr. LaGrasso.
Motion to approve the 2026 Master Plan Request for Proposals, RFP.
Is there a motion to approve?
Move.
Moved by Mr. Teller,
Second.
second by Mr. Buffa. Are there any questions? Roll call on the motion to approve.
Mr. Brunello,
Yes.
Mr. Buffa,
Yes.
Ms. Talbin,
Yes.
Mr. Teller,
Yes.
Mr. Medic.
Yes, this motion has been approved. Moving on to new business, comments from council. Is there any new business or comments from council? I will entertain a motion to adjourn. Yes, Mr. Thomas.
Sorry for the late jump in, but I think I need an official referral to Planning Commission for the request to rezone the Parkland Townhome development. So I think if you just said refer regarding the request to rezone Greg Summers' property located at, I don't know where it's at off the top of my head, but just refer that to Planning Commission. If you could just say, I just want to refer that public comment to Planning Commission.
I'd like to refer that public comment to Planning Commission.
Okay, is that good, you think? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Thomas, and thanks for correcting that.
It's new for everybody, so sorry.
Thank you. Now, I would like to entertain a motion to adjourn.
Moved.
Moved by Mr. Brunello. Second by Mr. Buffa. All in favor by signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, everyone. It's 7:30 and we're now adjourned.